This is my really good friend Rosario. She is a pharmacist here in Peru, and she actually does the purchasing of all the medicines. So this is kind of one of the benefits of years of building relationships and getting to know different people in the church, people who have talents, people who have skills, who are professionals in their job. And without people like Rosario, it would be much more difficult for us to get the things that we would need for the campaign, especially on the pharmacy side. So we love her, we appreciate her, and we're grateful that she works with us for the purpose of the Lord. In fact, we have several Peruvian professionals who are on this campaign working in their profession. For example, Sandra Chalco is one of the dentists here this week. She does a great job. And we also have someone who you've met before if you've been watching the vlogs, who you've probably heard. She's a physical therapist. That's Adriana Bonilla, who is right here. So she does a great job in physical therapy. So it's not just American doctors and nurses and dentists, and we have professionals here in Peru who also help out with the campaign. And every so often, every few years, we get to add to our roster of Peruvian professionals. And some of them, like Sandra, she started coming on campaigns as a little girl, and since then has gone to school, gotten her licensure to practice dentistry, and she's doing an amazing job, and she has a great career. And same thing with Adriana. She's been coming for years, and now she's a physical therapist. So it's really nice to see the professional additions that we've been able to make over the years from the local brethren. It's Thursday, the last day of the campaign. We're actually having a full day of clinic today, which we normally only have a half day. The last day is always kind of hard. It's always kind of like we know we're winding down, and the relationships that you build over the week are meaningful. I mean, think back to the time perhaps when you were at like something like a Bible camp or whatever, and at the end of the week, it was kind of sad that you had to go home, and all your friends that you have seen, you have to wait almost a full year to see again. And that's the feeling that people have at the end of a campaign week. Always, one of the things about the last day is there are going to be a lot of, and people know that, hey, this is going to be the last day. Sometimes people who have traveled from a little further away will come, and so that's kind of the situation. We generally will have a busier day today, which the last couple days have not been, they've been steady, but I wouldn't say busy.
¿Tú crees que Jesucristo es el Hijo de Dios?
Sí.
Amén.
¿Tú crees que Jesucristo es nuestro Salvador?
Sí.
Amén. Hugo, yo te bautizo en el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo.
Amén.
Santo.
We just had a baptism, and Keith was one of the guys who studied with the gentleman. Tell me the story about Hugo and Jacki.
So evidently, and I'm saying evidently because I only met them a couple of days ago, but last year I think a lot of the teens went and found them, and this couple was so hospitable to them, and Luis studied with them I don't know how many times last year, and then we encountered them this year, and they invited us to come and study, and I gave a Bible study with them, and then we've since gone back, and today they invited us to their house for lunch, and Luis began talking to them again, and they decided to be baptized.
I just met them, right? I've heard about them I heard about them last year,
Yeah.
and I heard about them this year, and I just met them. From my perspective, though, the feeling that I got from the people who talk about Hugo and Jacki were like, to putting in fishing terms, like you would when you evangelize, they're a big fish. Like, they could make a huge difference for this congregation. They have the kind of
They could make a huge impact at this congregation for a couple of reasons. Number one, they are well known within the community, and number two, they have very giving hearts, and they are they're so hospitable and so warm and so welcoming, and for them to become Christians as they did today, it has huge potential for the church here in Waral.
Yeah, it's not very often that I get that sense from people like, okay, yeah, this guy could be a cornerstone, could be one of the leaders, could do so much in so many different ways.
Well, just for example, as we were coming up the street to come to the church building, we encountered the youth team, the teen evangelism that was going out. And when they heard that we had Hugo and Jacki and that we were coming here to baptize them, they dropped everything and turned around and came back, and there were the church building was full.
Yeah.
Of people who had met them and who had a small taste of the kind of people that they are, and everybody was so excited.
Yeah, and it's also kind of rare that the husband and the wife are so charismatic, maybe? I don't know. Just very loving,
both
very
of them
caring.
Charismatic is not a bad word.
It's just they have this quality, and I saw it instantly. So like I said, I just met them, and I could see instantly they have this quality about them that makes it easy to be friends with them.
When I studied with Hugo and Jacki the other day, Hugo told me he got it. He understood what he needed to do.
So it's just, again, one of those unique qualities about coming to a place for a second year, coming back time and time again, to reinforce the idea that relationships matter. Sometimes it takes this relationship, it takes that great friendship even.
So one thing about coming on the campaigns, and I know that wasn't what we came out here to talk about, but is that relationship building. And, we're not just here to get people wet. Mm-hmm. These are our brothers and our sisters.
This is why when we leave a place, half of the bus is crying. The half of them just can't, just hate the fact that they're leaving for such a long time. And in some cases may never see these friends that they've made, these new brothers and sisters that
this side of eternity.
This side of eternity. So it's special. It really is a special union between people who otherwise you might think have nothing in common. But Jacki and Hugo are my brother and sister for life.
That's
as
right.
of today.
Yeah.
One of the jobs that I have to do every year is that I have to take all of these handwritten inventory sheets, I have to be able to read people's writing, and I have to be able to enter it in onto my computer so that I know what the inventory will be for next year. I'm trying something new. I took a picture of all the sheets, I dropped them into a PDF, and I uploaded that PDF to ChatGPT to see if it would do all that work for me. I hope so. We'll see. I also put it on high intelligence, to really go scrub it well. I told it to keep my formatting, so fingers crossed. I'll let you know how it goes. Can't believe it worked. I'm so pumped. You have no idea. This is the worst part of the job. The entire inventory can be, I'm pumped. What else can I say about this team? We're packing up. It's the last day. We all have flights tonight, overnight, the red eye, to go back home. And while the rest of the team is doing inventory, we're inventorying medicines, inventorying the dentist area. Everybody's, just kind of making sure that everything's packed up right. Yeah, except these guys. They're not doing the inventory. They're not like packing up boxes or anything like that. You want to know what they're doing? They're having Bible studies. And we got one more soul.
Pilar, ¿tú crees que Jesucristo es el Hijo de Dios? Ante esta confesión vamos a proceder a bautizar. ¿Ya?
Well, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been alone. 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, most people have already been on the plane overnight, heading home. The last day is always kind of crazy. There's a lot to do, so unfortunately, we weren't able to film much. But it was a great campaign. When good people choose to do things God's way, in His time, good things happen. I covet your prayers for the 32 souls that were baptized here, and for all those souls who have the seed planted in their heart, that it will be watered and that there will be growth. Lord willing, in 2 weeks, I'll be heading to Honduras and I'll start another vlog series for that campaign. There's still a lot of preparation to do for that campaign, but I'm very much looking forward to being with my brothers and sisters in Honduras, working for the Lord again. Until then, remember, the mission is not a location. The mission is to love God and love people.